Hi guys, we've been kicked out. Something happened, guys, and we've been kicked out. I hope you find me okay. We're gonna start. Hi, Mary Lou, you found me. Excellent. Great. Now let's just wait for a few more people, guys. I'm really sorry. Hi, Andrea. I'm so sorry. This happens sometimes when we're doing live classes. Somebody doesn't like something and they just, some sort of connections or something, and it just goes boom. And when I was about to show something amazing as well. So guys, let's just wait one more minute, okay? I'm just gonna quickly remind everybody what we've done in the meantime, but it's just so annoying that this happens sometimes, I'm so sorry. Layla is back. Excellent. My peoples are coming back. We're coming back. We had about 40 people watching live once it switched off. So hopefully we have at least a few of you back before we get it started. Now, guys, again, it's always when we learn who the murderer is. Indeed. No, it's always when I have something important to say. Yay, Kylie's back. Excellent. Guys, I'm so sorry. Sometimes, it's happened really few times, but when it does happen, it does happen. Some of you who've been with me for a while, that with YouTube, sometimes whether you play something or you say something or some technicality and something disconnects, So I'm glad some of you are back. I hope others will find us too, because we had about 40 people watching us. And if some of you will not find me, it'll be really, 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 really sad. It was just getting good, exactly. All right, guys. So quick recap of what we've done, and hopefully by the time I show you the recap, other people will join in. So just make sure you follow through. Let me see if I'm here. There we go. We are straight. So we have our basic, which is the box. 5, 6, 7 box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sway to the side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tapping time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is where we do our fancy box on 7 and 8 syncopation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we have the open position. Now, guys, 7 and 8 is syncopation. It means quicker. Hey, Victoria is back. Excellent. Some of you are back. I'm glad. It's so annoying when this happens, but it's just one of those things. Guys. All right, let's focus on the class. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, if you could learn how to skip this step, that would be amazing. Skipping means doing it in a way that it kind of seems like it just happens underneath you. So if you're going to do something like this, it's okay. But visually, everybody would recognize what you've done because you moved a lot, right? But if you do it on the spot, then people would look, they saw something change in the feet, there was some sort of syncopation, but it would be difficult for them to work it out what it was unless they did it before. Does that make sense? So it would be really cool if you do it and it happens underneath. So now, as soon as we finish that, we could go straight back into the basic, but instead of going into the basic, we're going to immediately go into our crosses, okay? So as we finish 7 and 8, we have our left foot slightly behind, so we're going to use that to actually take the step slightly behind even more. Now, that step is going to lead us into our side cross. Yes, I'm just showing you. We're going to do it a little bit differently, but that's the step we're going to be focusing on now. So now, as you take that step backwards, it's actually a little bit angled. And what we do, we transfer weight. I take that step and look, the hip transfers with it. How do we do it? First, we put the foot down and kind of plant it a little bit. And only afterwards, we actually shift the weight, right? So instead of going like this, I actually step and then transfer the weight to cross. right? Step, transfer the weight to cross. That's going to be our next step. Debbie, oh, blimey, the internet keeps freezing. Debbie, today something's wrong with the whole YouTube, my internet, everybody's internet. All right, try to pick up as much as you can. So now, guys, we're going to the side. 1, 2, cross, 3 and 4. Exactly the same to the other direction, but now instead of backwards, we are doing the forwards angle. 5, 6, 7, and 8. As you do backwards and you cross, your body is already a little bit angled, but as you take now that step across, make sure you transfer your body to the other direction. Always remember, when you're crossing over, you never want to cross over in a straight line. You always want to cross over in a little bit of an angle so that the positioning of the cross would be a little bit more comfortable. Okay? Still 3 steps on top, but we're going to change it in a second. So one more time. 5, 6, 7, crosses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step and cross in front. 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 So now, how are we going to decorate it? Well, actually, instead of tap, we're going to do 2 hip actions. So what you want? I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, I'll do it closer for you to observe better. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So now I'm going to eliminate the tap because I'm comfortable with my timing. Yes, we are pretending that we know our timing. So how do we do this hip? We start the hip with the first step. And then as soon as I'm crossing over, I do my hip, and then the back leg, every time it straightens, it actually, every time, the forward leg it straightens, it gives you that hip action here. So I already creating one as I go, and then there's an extra one because that would have been our tap, right? So very slowly, we have 1, 2, hip, hip, 5, 6, hip, hip. 1, 2, hip, hip, 5, 6, hip, hip. Now, you have to make sure that your positioning is not something like this. If you like this, it's really hard to do the hip. So it has to be a comfortable underneath position. So my back leg is bent, right, as well. It's on the ball of the foot. And then I'm here as I'm traveling, hip, the first one before I took the step. And then an extra one here. But look how comfortable this position is. It allows me to move my hip as I travel. All right, one more time. 5, 6, 7, we go. 1, 2, hip, hip, 5, 6, hip, hip. 1, 2, hip, hip, 5, 6, hip, hip. 1, 2, hip, hip, 5, 6, hip, and stop. Now, let's do the whole part 2 together. So we have 1 box step with a syncopation on 7 and 8, immediately into a normal side cross, and then we're going to do with the hip, hip, side cross. All right, let's go. 5, 6, basic, and 1, 2, 3, syncopation, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 1, 2, 3, and tap, 5, 6, again, and 1, 2, 3, and tap. Now with the hip, and 1, 2, hip, hip, 5, 6, hip, hip, 1, 2, hip, hip, 5, 6, basic step, box step, it means 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, it's always nicer to practice with the music. It will give us a good mood as well. It will let us forget what have happened a second ago. So we're going to take everything from the top. We have 2 basic steps, 2 box steps. Then we have our sway with the leg. Then we're going to tap on the spot. As soon as we finish with that, immediately we go into our syncopated box. We do a basic cross, and then we're going to play a little bit hip, 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 hip. And as soon as we're coming back, we go into our box. We do that with music, and then if you have any questions, use the comments. Let's go. All right. Are we ready? From the top, here we go. 5, 6, 7, and 1. One more. Sway to the side. Tapping time. Box. 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1. Both hips. Ha, 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 ha. And box. Sway. Tap. Box. Andanda. Double hip. Box. Let's go side. Tap. Eso. Box. Syncopate. Tap, tap. Double hip. Tap, tap. Tap, tap. Tap, tap. Box. Last one, okay? Let's go. Tap. Syncopate. Patata. La, 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 la. Double hip. Ha, ha. Ha, ha. Ha, ha. Basic. Well done, guys. Well done. I love this song as well. Very, very neutral, but such a beautiful song. Oh, Ida, you enjoying this? That's fantastic. Oh, Sal, and thank you so much for your donation. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Now, guys, we're going to do one more step, kind of like a combo. And then after we do that combo little step, I will want to put everything together, practice one slowly, but then once we're going to have to do it fast. Now, it's a myth that Dominican Bachata is always fast. It's active, but it's not crazy. But there is a lot of crazy. So I just want you to be prepared and be able to do whether you are chilling or you're going insane, all right? But let's do that extra step first. So this one is really, really easy. It's basically like a step on the spot, like a syncopated step on the spot. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Now, for those who are wearing heels, I think, Victoria, I think, Victoria, you were the one with heels. But if you're wearing heels, when you finish the step, you don't want to finish on your heel, finish it on the toe. It's absolutely fine. But if you're not wearing any heels, then after you do this step, make sure you finish on the heel, okay? It's just gonna be more interesting. So now, we start with a soft knee situation, okay? We're going down into the floor. 1 and 2. So as soon as I'm going down on 1, it's kind of on my left foot and I'm pushing into the floor, but I'm on the ball of the foot. 1 and 2, right? As soon as I put the heel up, my body came from down upwards and everything happens here on the spot. On the ball of the foot, exchange, heel up, down and up, right? Now, let's just do that a couple of times. And of course, surprise, surprise, it's going to change in a bit. So we have on the spot, slightly angled position and everything down underneath our body. Okay? 5, 6, 7, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going and stop. Every time you're going down, the hips should naturally work. If they don't naturally work, remember that when you do that step, you can sway them down. Now, this part of your body right here, this is what's working, right? As you take that step, this is what transfers the hips into every direction, right? 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So make sure you're not doing this and the hips are dead, right? Release them, let them move with the transfer of the weight. Yeah, Victoria. So you don't do the heel, okay? When we do the whole thing, can you tell us what we should be doing with our arms? For sure, Kylie. In the end of the routine, I'll also tell you about your arms and styling there, for sure. So let's just focus on the feet, but I promise you by the end, we're gonna do the arms as well. So one more time on the spot, release the heel, the hip, the heel, the hip. 5, 6, 7, down we go. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Now this step we're going to use to travel. Traveling will be just a pivot to change direction, and direction just to keep the focus is going to be quarter base. It doesn't have to be always quarter, but in this case, just to keep track of what we're doing is going to be quarter. So what you want, I'm going to have 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. I'm facing you, and as I do so, I'm going to step to that direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes? Now the step itself will be side and cross tap. Just like we did here, but instead of in an angle, it will be an actual side step, forward tap, right? So I finished here, I'm taking a side step, cross, forward tap. And now I'm facing back to where I want to face, but I'm facing it in an angle. All right? So now how do we pivot? 1 and 2. Immediately as you're finishing the step, you're going to pivot before you take the other step. So 1 and 2, I'm pivoting and then taking that other step. And taking the other step. And taking the other step. Side and cross and tap. Okay, one more time. 5, 6, 7, we go. 1 and 2, go 5 and 6. 1 and 2, 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Look, it's just going to be a little hip action. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, and 3. Now the hip is out, out, out. Step into your basic, which is going to be the box step. Now remember, every time you want to do the hip, I have on the ball of the foot, on the big toe of my foot, and as it's here, now I'm in an angle position, I can actually twist my knee a little bit in, because here is going to be a little bit more mixed with a merengue and reggaeton swag, right? So we want a little bit more of oomph, oomph, oomph here as we go. All right, one more time. From here, 5, 6, 7, we go. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7, step. 1, 2, 3, hip. 5, 6, 7, 8. We take a step. 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. 5, 6, 7, 8. Box step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that will be our end, the hip end. Oh, guys, I see your donations. Thank you so much. Guys, thank you very much. Benjamin and Mary Lou and Trello Gatti Poratokali. Oh my God, you made me work for that name. All right, now, guys, thank you for your donations. Now, guys, let's take everything from the top really slowly, and I will explain also the style, where is appropriate for both leaders and followers, and I'll explain where is more appropriate for the hands. But now everything from the top. Try to memorize it, okay? Because when the music comes on, let's go. So starting with the basic step. As you do your box step, you keep your arms by your side. You could do other things, but really just because you're doing the box step and you're angling the body, that's kind of enough. There's no need to do anything else. You could, but we will be doing more stuff later, okay? So just relax, make sure you angle your body, your backwards weight transfer, and you'll be fine for now. All right, let's go. Box step. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stop. Now I'm going to sway to the side figure 8. As I do my figure 8, I tend to put my hands a little bit lower to the hip because I am going down with my figure 8, right? So my hands, instead of just being like this, I twist them a little bit. This is both male and female, okay? Because what we tend to do is basically exaggerate the hips. That's why the arms are high. But if the arms are high and they're like this, it looks weird. Don't you agree? Don't you agree? It looks a little bit strange. So if I just twist them here, it seems like I'm actually moving the hips with my arms. I'm not. But it just creates that illusion, so it's a nice thing to have, okay? So as soon as we're stepping out, I'm placing those hands here, and I don't worry. I just lift them up as I do my leg, and again, as I'm going down, I'm bringing back to my waistline. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Yes? Now, as I go into, so we did from here, 5, 6, 7. Let's practice. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, as we do our tap situation, again, arms keep by your side. It depends how low you're gonna go, because the style is more in the hip. So if you're going low and you're a female, you can actually place the hands a little bit on your thighs as you go. It's the same. It's kind of the same as this. I know, I understand. It's not that kind of fast, but the idea is the same. If you're doing the tap just here, keep the arms by your side. If you want, this is again for male and female, you can place one hand behind your head, the other one on the waistline, according which leg you're gonna go, right? So options, right? Do whether. Keep your hands by your side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you're keeping it simple. If you're gonna lean back a little bit, but the hip will remain the same, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One on the head, one on the waistline, as if you are opening and you're showing, like you kind of relaxed about it, right? Or if you're going a little bit naughty and funky, then you can go 1, 2, 3, and the arms slide through the side, slide through the side. But they naturally, we don't actually go, look at this, right? It's too much. It's not that kind of dancing, right? So what we tend to do is keep those arms here, and as we're leaning, it's as if we have a little bit of support here. That's all, right? So now we finish with our taps. You have your options. And then we immediately go into our box with the syncopation. No arm styling here. It's all about the syncopation, all right? So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That's cool. Now you have your side cross. Keep it nice and easy. Arms by your side. You can move a little bit your shoulders and your body because you're angling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, as you do a double hip, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same principle. You are opening your hip. One hand behind the back, the other one on the hip. Hip, 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 hip. Or if you want, keep it by your side. Keep it by your side. Just make sure it doesn't cover the hip unless it's on the hip to actually straight. Look what I'm doing, right? So then after that, we did the double, blah, blah, blah. We did the double. And then immediately we went into, which step? Yes, girl. Kylie, you're throwing me off my balance. And Alistair, thank you so much for your donation. I just saw it, darling. Thank you very much. So guys, as soon as we finish it off, and we're going into our last part. Then the styling can be a little bit more interesting. One moment, I see somebody saying something. So guys, as we now do this step here, I tend to move my shoulders because as I said, my hips are moving. So if I'm keeping my upper body completely straight, it seems a little bit strange to me, for me personally. So I actually like for this step to do a little bit of a shoulder situation. So as I go down, down and up, I start my movement. Yes? Now the shoulder, which shoulder to which leg? As I step, it's in. So I'll show you from here, you'll see maybe better. It's in and twist, in and twist, in and twist, in and twist. So I place the leg, I prepare and turn it out. Prepare, turn it out. Prepare, turn it out. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, right? And we do that step as we move with the little shoulder situation. So we go corner, corner, corner. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Here, guys, don't be afraid as you take that step to the side. Don't be afraid to swing out with your body. Swing, swing, step, and tap. It's a little bit more dramatic because it's unexpected, right? So we have swing, 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 and tap. And now as you do the hip, the last hip, oh Lord, you can do whatever you want. You can go pa, 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 because it's so dramatic, yes. Or you can go pa, 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 if you want to be more flashy, like look at this, what I can do. Or you can do the version we did before, which is one hand is here, one there. So you have a freedom to basically exaggerate as much as you want, right? So you do your hip right there, and as you do here, you can do also a little skip before you go into your box. So those are the options. Pick and choose. Is no wrong or right. One thing is for sure, in Dominican Bachata, most of the styling probably would be more natural, better. So anything that you think you're doing that seems to be put on the step rather than comes naturally through the body and the movement is probably going to be classed as European Bachata. Does that make sense? So the moment you're going to do something like with the arm, or like some sort of like a big arm situation, it comes from contemporary dancers dancing Dominican Bachata. Not to say that they don't dance Dominican Bachata, that's beautiful, but it's slightly different. If you want Dominican street a little bit more, then the arms would be here, the hip would be here, you know, you would just exaggerate the steps. You might do a little comb over or something, but it wouldn't be very flashy in positioning. Does that make sense? None of it is wrong or right, it's just different. So try to think about those things when you dance, what you would prefer, and then try and mix it up. So we have our 2 songs, guys. Get yourself prepared emotionally. First song is normal tempo. We're going to just practice it so you could remember, so that the second song, we could go a little bit faster. Let's go. One song, a little bit slower, and then... Just to remember the whole choreo, right? 5, 6, 7, go and 1. Sway. Tap.
Ella no quiere seguir conmigo.
Box.
Para mí,
Syncopation.
que vivimos, que no nació para mí, que me olvide ya.
Double hip.
Donde quiera que tú estés, detrás de ti se irá.
On the spot. Exaggerate. Ha, 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 igual. On the spot. Here we go. Sway.
a vivir sin ella. Desde que me acostumbré
Syncopation.
amor,
Cross.
voy a dejar de quererla. Ay, ay,
Double hip. On the spot. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8 and 1. Ta, 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 e-pa. Let's go. Tap.
Donde quiera que tú estés, detrás de ti se irá mi vida.
Box.
Sé que al marcharte de
Syncopation.
ti, en mi corazón construyo una herida. Ay, no me dejes llamar,
Double hip.
amor, se me va la vida. Preparó su equipaje y se fue.
Down and up, shoulders. 1,
Y por más que le rogué,
ta, 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 e-1. All right.
porque el destino
So guys, I think the toughest, we're going to do it now faster. Don't go anywhere. We haven't finished yet. I'm flashy. Ortendo says I'm flashy. I'm glad you flashy. I love that. Oh, Barry, thank you so much for your donation, darling. I just saw it. Thank you very much. Every little bit counts, guys. These classes are free for everybody to join. And those people who are donating money, guys, you're supporting not just me, but you're making sure that these classes stay free. And guys, if you can't donate now, you can donate maybe next month. Absolutely up to you. The whole point is we all struggling and we all supporting each other and we all keeping the dance alive. That is the most important thing. That is the principle behind these classes. Now, we're going to do it faster, just one little bit, okay? What I think we need to remember is this. As soon as you do your box with a syncopation, remember the next one is immediately side cross. I think this is where we struggle. I don't know how, I don't know what you're doing, but this is what I'm feeling. So as soon as you're doing your box step and you're doing syncopation, remember, immediately you're going into your side cross. And then after you finish with your double hip, down and up situation, right? So, said that, here we go. Oh, Mary Lou says, please show us the last transition again after the final hip. Okay, okay, Mary Lou, watch. So we did 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Now you're going left, right, left, tap, and then you have hip. Hip, hip, hip. Instead of tap, you're crossing in front, changing the leg to continue into your basic, which is the box. So ultimately what you're doing is hip, 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 step, continue with your basic. Now what I am doing, I'm just making it more flashy. So when I do hip, 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 and I take a step, I lift the other leg. I'm transitioning a little bit more active so I could lift the leg. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, and go into my basic. That is basically what's happening. Oh, good, you got it. Yay! Oh, Marisa, and thank you so much for your donation as well. Double hip cross, my timing goes on that. So double hip cross, when you're counting, it's like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Think about staying 2 beats on the spot, Sal, and moving only after those 2 beats. So you're taking 2 steps, 1, 2, and then 2 beats, 1, 2. Taking 2 steps, 1, 2, taking 2 beats, 1, 2. Does that make sense? So you have side and cross and side and cross and. Make sense? So just because you're doing the hip, don't get confused. Those 2 hips, as you do them, you're immediately going to another direction. Da, da, hip, hip, da, da. So basically you're eliminating the tap, but the step is as if you would be doing side and cross and tap. Like a cha-cha-cha almost. Like the principle, yeah, you could think about cha-cha-cha. 1, 2, cha cha cha. Similar. 1, 2, cha cha cha. Kinda just you're missing one cha. So think about cha cha. You have 1, 2, cha cha, da da, cha cha. Instead of 1, 2, cha cha cha. Do you know what I mean, Sal? So it's not cha cha cha, it's cha cha. 1, 2, cha cha. 5, 6, cha cha. If that's an easier way to think about it, is that way. Yes. Oh, all right, Sal. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. That's why I'm wearing glasses. High five. All right, guys. Without further ado, let's make this happen. All right, let's do this faster. Okay. I'm not gonna go completely bonkers on you, but let's have some fun. Yes. Guys, Luis Vargas, King. Ready? 5, 6, 7, go 1. Sway. Tap. Box. Cross.
Ahora tú me hablas que me levanta la frente.
Double hip.
Tap, tap. Disculpa, si soy un imprudente, delante de
Down.
¿Quién fue el que se hace daño que quise hacerle cuando era y que manchó?
Oh yes, guys. Make sure you breathe. Small steps. One more time. 5, 6. 5, 6, 7. Go. 1. Let's go.
Y que viva esos momentos tiernos que aquella pasaron tienen validez. Y oye mujer, oye mujer, oye mujer, oye mujer.
Double hip.
Como entre nosotros somos más que un cariño, un gran amor.
Down.
Entonces ¿por qué esta pena? Entonces ¿por qué esta pena?
Hip, hip, hip.
¿Por qué esta pena? Entonces ¿por qué esta pena?
Side. Here we go. Hey.
Llora por mí, americana.
Double hip. Just the box, guys. Breathe, breathe. 5, 6, 7, box, just the box.
¿Y ahora qué voy a hacer? Si este dolor
Keep breathing.
hice todo lo que pude para
On the spot.
y ahora regresas de nuevo, pero ya es muy tarde.
Ready? Here we go. 2.
No entiendo por qué la vida te ofrece las cosas cuando ya
Sway.
y nuevamente me siento mujer. Me despreciaste
¿Ah?
cuando yo contigo, pregunto el motivo de tanta crueldad. Tú sembraste amarga mi camino y ahora
Síncope.
camino por tu dignidad. Dime por qué,
Dime por qué. Double hip.
dime por qué.
Dime por qué.
No
Down.
diga que eres sin valor, tú eres la misma o tal vez mejor, pero es que ya yo no quiero.
Keep it going, keep it going. Side.
El primero fue primero y de segundo no quiero, pero es que ya yo no quiero, prefiero serte sincero. El primero fue primero y de segundo no quiero, compréndeme por favor, que
Bravo.
de mi amor.
Guys, how are you feeling? Whoo! Oh, wow, yes, indeed. So, guys, the key element to when Dominican Bachata does get fast is to rely on the technique and not work that hard. A lot of people hear faster music and they suddenly start going like this, right? Relax. Just because it's faster means nothing. It means that we glide through the floor more. Yes, and we just taking smaller steps. And we can exaggerate the hips, but we don't start going like this. That's all it is. That's why we practice slow. That's why we thought about pushing our weight backwards, skipping like it's minimalistic rather than big steps. If you pay attention to all of those things and don't get overworked up, then you can dance many fast songs and you're not gonna go mentally insane or like collapse. I lost the plot on the last song. A lot of people, I'm sure, did. But guys, remember, we cannot not do fast music as well. And it's just such a beautiful music. Now, this was like, in the end, it became a routine, but we broke it down in separate steps. So what I want you to do is actually, if you learn anything from this class, learn the technique and learn to remember that depending on what kind of style you're going to be doing is what kind of bachata you're going to be representing. As I say, it's not wrong or right, but there is differences, and it's nice to be aware so that if you say I'm dancing authentic Dominican bachata, or you hear a teacher say that, pay attention. Sometimes not everybody understands what is a street real Dominican bachata from the street, and not everybody understands that that's just some steps that are made up with Dominican beats. Does that make sense? So not wrong. As I say, I dance all of them, but it is important to understand the difference so that you would yourself would be educated. And if you are with some Dominicans whose bachata it is, that you wouldn't look like a fool. That's all I'm saying, right? To have a little bit of respect to their genre of dance. Now, if you enjoy that, we can do much more. So all you need to do is keep on letting me know whether you enjoyed it or not. Leave me comments, find me on Instagram, and just, let me know. And also, guys, it does help me if you let me know what you would like to learn. All right, we did so many wonderful things: bachanga, cha-cha, salsa, bachata. If there's something in particular you would really love to do on Saturdays, make sure you send me a message, you let me know what that is, and trust me, I'll do that for you. This channel is for you, and it's so much easier for me to think about what I'm going to prepare because I'll know what you want. Do you know what I mean? So that's super important for me as well. Well, Debbie, if you want, you can donate through PayPal as well, or coffee. That is not a problem as well. Thank you very much, Debbie. That's very kind. If you want, you can donate through PayPal and coffee. And also, Debbie, if you found it a struggle to watch this class, remember, guys, all of the classes, they stay on my channel. So you can go back and you can rewatch anytime. Yes? Debbie, I will send you my PayPal here in a second. Don't worry, I will write you down the name of my PayPal. But also, Stephanie Kidney, I want to say big thank you as well for you for your donation. I just saw it. Thank you very much. And guys, quick announcement, okay? I have Sundays Ladies Styling. We've been doing so amazing, and I've been so pleased with everybody there. We did so many choreographies, but in general, every week we do technique. Steps and technique, and we do bachata and salsa. We have 5:30 bachata, and then we have 6:45 that is salsa, and we do spinning as well in salsa, and we do body movement and all of the rest. So if you want to do some lady styling and work more on that and real technique, please come along for that. Yes. Oh, and mirrors, Debbie, I got the mirrors from IKEA. They're cool, no? And they're slimming, I'm telling you. And guys, also next Saturday, we're going to be doing Afro movement for salsa. So we're going to be doing some authentic Afro-Cuban movements, and hopefully you will enjoy that. We're going to break down all kinds of movements, and we're going to be incorporating them in the basic steps. So next Saturday, salsa, Afro-Cuban movements, and stick around. It's going to be 7 p.m. as always. So we're going to get to learn a little bit of that as well. Yes, thank you, Merlu. Now, guys, and Wednesdays we have freestyle classes. Now, for the freestyle classes, guys, I need your emails. So, freestyle classes, what it is, we do it on Zoom and we play all kinds of music, right? So, it could be pop, it could be dance hall, it could be old school. We have Meatloaf, we have Michael Jackson, all kinds of music. And what we do small choreographies and we learn how to move our bodies to different kind of music. So if you want to just meet up, have some fun, you can leave camera on or off. It's up to you. We meet up on Zoom, 7 p.m. London time, and we just do different choreographies to different music. It's been a lot of fun. We have new and new people coming every single time. Loads of fun. So we're doing that on Wednesdays. So next Saturday, you got your Afro salsa movements, and then you have, of course, Sundays. Tomorrow we have lady styling, and then Wednesdays freestyle classes. Guys, if you want anything at all, please find me on Insta. Let me know, and I will tell you how you can achieve it, and then we can have a conversation as well. And big thank you for everybody who donated, guys. I'm gonna upload now in the comments also a PayPal link and a coffee link. So if you want to donate through PayPal, you can also do that. But in the meantime, thank you so much. I really hope you enjoyed Dominican Bachata. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite things on earth. So thank you so much for being here. And sorry for all of the interruption. I'm glad you found me again. And I hope to see you very soon. Guys, thank you very much. Oh, thank you, guys. All of my talents is because I am trying to do the best job for you guys. All right, let me write you just a link for those who want to use PayPal. I really appreciate it. I will let you know. Thank you, guys. Alistair, thank you so much. And Sal, thank you very much. Irina, I see you. Hearts to you. Thank you very much. And guys, I hope you have wonderful rest of your Saturday. I hope you're doing something interesting at home. It just seems like this corona is just not leaving us, is it? So annoying. All right, so guys, here it is. This is my PayPal link. And I also have, just in case you feel more comfortable, I also have my coffee link as well. So let's see where that is. Coffee. There we go. .com and my name. There we go. Guys, thank you so much. Really, I appreciate it. And as I said before, all of your donations, they actually are contributing for making these classes free. So if you donate this time and you cannot, donate the next time, it's absolutely fine. Every little bit comes into the whole thing and, all the gadgets and all of my time. So thank you very much. You're making everybody dance. And Ozzy's here. Ozzy, where have you been all this class? Sending you my love, Ozzy. All right, guys, have a wonderful Saturday. Love you loads. And I'll see some of you tomorrow and some of you next week. Bye, guys. Thank you so much. And thank you, Debbie.